Not in our blood, no, we won't die. We multiply. It's all I got, and on the road. It's all she wrote. It's all I know. It's all I know. It's not to know. It's all I got, and on the road. It's all she wrote. It's all I know. It's all I know. It's not to know. Caught in a rap race and chasing faces stuck on rhyme. Appropriation, you claim it's.
What is up, Hawkeye Nation? This is the Hawkaholics podcast presented by Hawkeye Heaven. I am one of your hosts, Brad, along with the co-host, Brandon. For those of you who don't know us, Brandon, what's up, man?
Dude, we back, baby.
I know it's been a 2-week break. We took a bye week last week to kind of rest up. I had to deal with a hurricane down here in Florida. Luckily, I didn't have anything. What have you been doing for 2 weeks?
Nothing as eventful as your life. Just enjoying a nice, beautiful victory in a bye week, all in 2 weeks. Just nothing really too crazy yet. It's October. It's harvest season. My eyes look like I gotten beaten the crap out of. Typical. You don't have to deal with that. You just got hurricanes.
So. You got harvest season. I got hurricane season, my friend. We're good. We're
Yep.
equal. Got another one coming too next week, so this should be fun, man. We'll see how this one goes.
Heck yes.
Fingers crossed. Well, damn, man, it's been 2 weeks, man.
It
feels like shit. It feels like forever ago. We were talking Minnesota. We haven't had a chance to bullshit and talk about in my opinion, after watching Minnesota last week, a very impressive victory against the Gophers. What was your take on the game, man?
I was very angry the first half. I don't know about you. I'm pretty sure you were messaging me damn near the entire game. And I'm pretty sure you weren't happy either. I was very happy with the second half, though. The second half was awesome.
I wasn't, man. Not the first half. Well, I mean, we started okay. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't pretty, but like we went flat all of a sudden in that game, and I really, to be honest with you, I got worried. I'm not gonna lie.
I always do.
When they went on that 14-0 on the third and we couldn't move the ball, it just, I was like, no way, this is happening, man. Not to Minnesota, man. Not to Minnesota. But man, we did it, dude. I mean,
somebody put
Higgins with the interception. Boom, that was some good punting by the other Aussie there. Very nice. But man, Caleb Johnson, dude, I say this every single week, especially once the season started. I mean, you had him as your sleeper offensive pick, man.
Ooh, it's going to be accurate.
I love watching that dude run.
I
say it every week. He glides, man. It looks so effortless out of him. I know we're watching now is where I was getting pissed and upset.
I don't ever want to see that barrel roll ever again. I mean, it was genius. It prevented him from getting hurt, but I just, that was pathetic in my eyes. It was cool, but it was pathetic at the same time. But as far as Caleb Johnson goes, dude, I'm telling you, man, especially this weekend, if he has a damn good game against this defense, he's going to go to, and it keeps up, he's going to go to New York. There's no, he may not win it because obviously it's Iowa. I mean, like, we always get screwed over, aka Brad Banks and Chuck Long, except Bo Jackson deserved it. Not going to lie, but
most running backs don't get it nowadays anyway.
No,
it's a quarterback award it's turned into. So, but I'd just be happy with him to go there, to be honest with you.
I would too.
Now, he makes a statement this week.
Yeah.
No doubt. Like, you go on the road, you do that. He puts up $150 and 2 touchdowns in the shoe. How do you not? He'll be over 1,000. Check my math. No, he won't. He'll be
what does he have to do on average? You're probably better at math than I am. What does he have to do on average to beat Sean Green's record?
Well, he's on pace right now for over 2,000 yards.
Oh,
I think it was 2010 or 2015 when I did the math after the Minnesota game. Yeah, you're not wrong. It is wishful thinking, but he'll at least be on some radars, man, if he has a good game. And the boy just glides, dude. Look at this.
He's incredible.
He is, man. And I'm not gonna lie. Am I impressed by that? I'm not happy with the passing game. Okay.
Oh no.
No one is. I don't think anybody really had high hopes for our passing game, but I will say I am happy with our run blocking in some of these option outside the pocket runs that they're calling for Johnson that people cannot stop.
Supposedly we're 65th in the country in total offense. Right now. Just
look at this. Look at this. I'm gonna do something here because that's just like, all right, you ready for this, man?
Always love good highlights. Oh no.
This.
Gosh.
This right here turned into that run right there. Are you kidding me? Oh, just look at that. How many hats are right there for Minnesota? 1, 2, 3, 4, and he met them in the hole. And they went for an ankle tackle on him, and he just powered his legs to the ground. And then he just glided the rest of the way.
I would actually love to see him break one this weekend. That'd be awesome.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure.
Ooh, I like this one.
We do have a stable of backs, Chris, and we agree with that, man. We
Yes,
are
we
high on. Honestly, we have 4 backs, to be honest with you, that I personally like. I know Williams is out with some injuries, but Jazz Patterson, man, I think that boy needs some more looks, dude.
Yeah, I think he should be second. How are you on Moulton? I'm not.
I think he brings that pass catching aspect the other ones don't.
Yeah.
And when you're running the offense that Tim Lester wants to do, you got to have a running back that can catch. But right now, until anybody stops Caleb Johnson, we're just give him a healthy dose of Caleb Johnson and then put some play action in that damn thing. I will say when we get into the game, though, and in this game too, we got to use the tight ends more, man. Got to. Lester's got to find a way to get those two involved. We have 2 stud tight ends, right? I mean,
Yep.
Lachey is a beast. Addison Estrada, how do you say his name?
Addison Ostrenga or something like
Stranga. That dude is a hell of a pass catching tight end.
He is. He's good.
And
He'll get there.
I think they will, and I think this bye week comes at the perfect time for this game. We kind of had ours spaced out almost perfectly, to be honest with you. First little 4-game stretch, after almost another 4-game stretch. I think it's maybe 5 games. I can't remember. I think it's in November. Crazy, man. Like, it couldn't come at a better time. And that's even better news. I actually did hear the same thing, Chris. I heard that we are fully healthy for the first time all year, is what I read. Don't quote me.
Bye week.
I'm no expert. Again, I'm just a Hawkeye fan like all y'all and like the bullshit about the Hawks. But
That's right.
yeah, man, that second half was, that was a bully. We bullied the hell out of them. And then after watching Minnesota go into the big house and do what they did, Michigan should have lost, first of all. They got their karma for the fair catch. They got their karma finally for the fair catch in that onside kick. I don't know. Did you get to see that?
Yes.
He was not offsides. I will say that. But
Yep.
that wasn't a fair catch. We're even now. But
That's right. Damn
they
it.
should have beat. Look at
There
this.
he goes. That's Chris Berman. Whoop.
Wow. What up, Mike?
Mikey.
Mike, we're doing wonderful tonight. We're back after a 2-week hiatus. I guess maybe a week hiatus, you would call it. Yeah, man. I hope that what they said they were going to do during the bye week, they did. I heard they're going to throw in some more wrinkles for Sully, especially when they start getting down in the red zone area. That first touchdown, you saw him. He changes the whole dynamic of what they have to prepare for in the second when you're in the red zone, because he's got wheels, man. He can run and he can pass the ball.
They just got to get down there.
They just got to get down there, and then they got to come up with more schemes for him. Obviously, he's a little behind than some, but man, that was great, man.
Dude, they have a really good Ohio State. Oh, nice, man. Sweet.
What's up, Kyler? Welcome in, man.
That was one of my keys to the game, actually. I was talking on the Buckeye Bros like 10 minutes earlier, and that's exactly what I said. That'll be an advantage for us.
I don't think they're taking us lightly. I don't.
They better not.
I don't think. I mean, you guys are rocking the gray unis, man. You don't pull those out for just anybody. You pull those out for good games. So I think you guys are going to come ready to play. And when I get to the game and we talk about the game after we wrap this one up, man, I'll talk about some of the keys and some of the. I guess there's 4 players that I'm going to list off that have some chips on their shoulders, and I'm sure we'll get into some of that.
Absolutely,
man. But yeah, dude, that was an ass beating in the second half.
It was
in Minnesota. They knew he was getting the ball and could not stop it. Could not. They just got absolutely pushed around that second half, and it was a thing of beauty, man. And again, like I said, man, watching what they did going into the big house, man, I think we're a little bit better than people think. And he asked this earlier. I say yes.
Yeah.
I really do.
It would be really close, but yeah.
It'd be a good game. I think we have the edge, at least from top to bottom on the defense. I know they have Graham and they have the defensive back. That's an absolute beast there too. But I think we got them beat from first line to third line. I think we have them beat in each position. Offense, they're much like us. They got a couple good running backs. I think we actually have better because old homeboy there, Edwards, he talked all that shit, and now he hasn't really done anything.
Yeah, I'm kind of sad about that. That was
like, what happened to that dude? He torched us in that Big Ten championship game as I think a freshman. Had some other big games, and then he's just now shit the bed, man. And I think we got him beat on the running backs.
Yep.
We got him beat on the quarterback. That Orgy cannot throw the damn ball. Cade was bad sometimes. That dude can really not throw the ball. And
no,
I don't.
It sucks.
Offensive line, I don't know enough about them. I don't know if you know anything about them, but
I don't really pay attention to other teams' lines, honestly.
Yeah. I call it a wash if I'm going to do it. So, oh, yeah, we're ready too. What's up, Dad?
I just want to – let's just get this going so then we can hop to the next one because sorry, you Mr. Optimist, I'm Mr. Pessimist.
Hey, man.
Equal each other out, man.
Man, but hey, I mean, overall, I'm not mad about Minnesota. Are you?
No, hell no.
It gave me a little bit more hope, which is probably why I'm a little more optimistic when we get to the meat and potatoes of the night and all the fun stuff we're going to do at the end here. But, man, that was an ass whooping. Such an ass whooping, man. We need a wellness check on producer Cam. I repeat, a wellness check on this guy. I don't know if any of you guys have seen the video. It was on Hawkeye Heaven on the Facebook, but this guy is very adamant about his disdain, I guess, for the Iowa Hawkeyes. And so much that he made a classic video of it, drinking his Iowa beer, Busch Light.
Can I ask you how many times you've watched that since that's posted? Because I can tell you it's been more than 30 times for me. It was like daily there for a minute.
I got 2 hands. It's just so bad and cringy, but
is that? Oh, that was my computer.
I wish Bubba was on. Bubba's a
fan
of the show and a Minnesota guy, and I would say, hey, Bubba, if you can get a hold of producer Cam, we actually want producer Cam to come on the show.
Yeah,
I would like to have him on. I just am curious about his true hate for Iowa, and I mean, we'll play nice with him, right? You'll be nice, right, for the most part.
Yeah, unless he's a Vikings fan and he like talks shit, then we'll have a problem. But
oh man,
producer Cam,
you guys. Chris.
So
maybe talk to a Chris. I hope so too, my friend. I think all Hawk Nation agrees
with the producer Cam thing. Y'all should go to. So do we have the Hawkeye Heaven logo anywhere around for everybody? Oh, we do. Bottom left. Okay. So anyway, So y'all need to go. Let's see. When did he produce that? What was last?
It was right after the game, so it would have been
Okay.
probably Saturday or Sunday he shared that.
Okay. So I want, if you feel like it, I want y'all to go back and I want you to watch this video. Iowa fan or not, if you're watching this, please just watch this. This was pure freaking comedy. I loved every second about this.
Right.
I love when fans do this and then it like backfires. That's my favorite thing in the world.
Yeah, that shit didn't age well at all, dude. Not one.
Hey,
My thing is, it's so cringy, man.
real quick. Look at it. O'Doyle rules.
Like, dude, this is exactly what it's like. I'm just waiting for somebody to step in and tell O'Doyle there that something bad's going to happen to his whole family.
God, I bet he had an aneurysm after that Michigan game, though. Like one heartbreak that probably freaking sent him spiraling, and then Michigan last week. God, I can't imagine.
Yeah, producer Cam, man. Anybody knows producer Cam or how we can get a hold of producer Cam? We'd love to have him on the Hawkahawks podcast, man. We just want to talk to this guy because I'm sure he's gotten some more followers just from Hawkeye Heaven sharing that and everybody just having a good old time with it. But man, just when he hollers the who hates Iowa or whatever the hell he was doing and then tries taking a drink and has to pause to chant again because he couldn't drink it fast enough. Dude, swallow. What are you doing, man?
So I've actually gone to a game that had nothing to do with Iowa, and I just happened to wear an Iowa hat, and it was like, oh, it was actually an Illinois game, believe it or not. So I have friends out there down the road when we play them. We'll talk about it. But
hey, Brandon, write that down.
What's that? Oh yeah,
Chris, you're the best.
I'm throwing you some dough, bud. What's your Venmo? Actually, message me your Venmo. We'll talk later. Anyway, but so I'm at this Illinois Minnesota game, and like I just happened to have it. It was cold that day. I happened to have an Iowa beanie, and I was sitting by Minnesota fans, and as soon as I like turn around, this guy's like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" I'm just enjoying a game. Iowa's not playing this week, and I have friends out here that wanted to go to a game and asked if I'd go, and I said yes. And they're like, well, Iowa don't play for next week. I don't know what you're doing wearing that thing. All right, everybody. So he turns around to the freaking Minnesota fans that are around him, and they start chanting that bullshit chant. And I'm just like, what? At an Illinois game, who hates Iowa? I'm like, are you serious? Like, this is bullshit, man. And now that added my hatred for them even more. Like, it just pissed me off.
Right, man. I told you about when we went up to the Metrodome.
Yeah.
One. After we mopped the floor with them, I think it was 55-0. They still went down the damn little, like, stairwell thing. That chant. Like, y'all just got boat raced out of your damn own building on your last game there, and that's how you're going to be remembered. And you're still going out talking shit.
Makes me want to watch Caddyshack, dude.
I mean, dude, I'm not going to lie. I didn't realize this, but those two kind of look alike.
Well, he's very Swedish because apparently his blonde is seeping in his wannabe facial hair that he's trying to grow in. Poor guy. God, I remember those days thinking, oh, man, what would it be like to have facial hair? Oh, yeah, that's right. I was blessed with facial hair at a very young age, and I look good.
I have to wonder here. 10K.
Dude, you've got to hit him up, man.
Does he have 10,000 followers? If so, man, I'm like, he's coming on.
No, he's probably one of them young kids that like add a bunch of like numbers and stuff to make himself look cool, like the rappers of today.
Well, all I know is he hates Iowa, and yeah, that's it.
I don't
cringy when he does it.
I don't. Okay, Cam, I don't hate Minnesota. It's a very nice state, but I fuck the Gophers if you're gonna go that route. And Minnesota has really good beer too. What's he doing drinking that? Can he afford?
When you got to drink all day, man, you can't do that good beer.
Oh my God, pull that up. Pull it up, please.
That's not bad.
No,
it's got more than us. Damn. Hawks, we got some work to do. We got producer Cam out here out producing us. That shit can't be happening. When you all watch this video, you'll figure it out.
I've got to get this dude on. That was Twitter, right?
Vandy Hawk Tua Chris. Was that on Twitter? I'm guessing that was on Twitter.
Cameron Thompson.
We'll message him. We'll get him on. We'll let him sound off about that onside
here he is.
too.
Oh God. Go
All
look at, all right, we're done. I can't keep going. It gets worse.
All right, we'll have to look. We'll have to look during
It gets
commercial
worse.
break. Kyler, man, it kind of varies, to be honest with you, based off of who you're talking to.
I like Nebraska because it's how I was raised.
Minnesota, Iowa State, Wisconsin would probably be my top three. What's yours?
Always and forever, Iowa State. Does this have to be Iowa specific? Because if it's Iowa specific, I got somebody.
Yeah, he's the Buckeye fan. He wants to know who are at least who we don't
Iowa
like.
State, Minnesota, Oregon. but traditionally it would be Wisconsin.
Yeah, that Kyler, to answer that, really the Nebraska thing, that was kind of a fabricated rivalry. So obviously, Nebraska back in the 90s and the early 2000s, we were not on the same playing field as them. They joined the Big Ten. Obviously, we started doing. They forced kind of this rivalry on us. They won a couple, and then we've strung off. We've spanked them we've owned the last decade with them. So it's more of a forced rivalry right now. Kind of why I was hoping that we could actually get Iowa, Nebraska to have a good game at the end of the year. But Nebraska kind of seems like they're hitting some of those young team phases right now. I don't know if you watched their game. The age is showing of the quarterback. We'll just say that.
I'll pull Vandy Chris's up real quick. This is kind of interesting. This sounds very basketball-y to me.
Which one? This one?
All the way at the bottom, if you can see it. Yeah, here we go. This definitely sounds like a basketball.
Yeah, I can see that.
But I agree with that, basketball-wise.
Basketball, Illinois all day. That hate rivalry there with Illinois basketball and Iowa is honestly, that's probably more than the other ones in basketball. So you're right there, Chris.
I like it. I agree.
Hold on, let me see. He's watched some ravioli. Yeah, man. I watch ravioli more times than man, with my kids, man. I always cook it for them and watch it. It's good time.
Chef Boyardee or wherever it's called.
Sweet. What time we got here? Sweet. Damn.
Is it time for Beve?
It's getting close, man. We need to send him his invite. We got 6 minutes. We're about to have on Beve from the Big Ten Backers with us. He is an Ohio State fan, but Big Ten Backers is also a podcast. And they talk about all things Big Ten. So even though he is a Ohio State guy, he is very knowledgeable about top to bottom of the conference. So we're excited to have him on there. Let me.
Do we have bills to pay or no?
What's that?
Do we have bills to pay or no? I can't remember.
Yeah, we still have some bills to pay. Let's pay some bills, and I'll get that sent off to him.
Sorry, we're being losers, folks.
We're usually a little more with it sometimes. Been off. That bye week, man, got to us. So
and we had a traumatic experience happen the other day. So
we're all gravy now. So
yep.
Let's pay some bills real quick. And then we'll see if we can get Beve on. If not, we'll still bullshit for a little bit before he gets on. So let's pay some bills quick, and we'll be right back, guys, to the Hawkaholics podcast. It's brought to you by Hawkeye Heaven, baby.
Woo. What brings you in today? A lot of rage. Have you considered the Knicks? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you.
I don't want to care.
You really kind of opened my eyes on this.
Spike the ball.
You know, in therapy, we often talk about what we can and can't control. Did your favorite team get eliminated from the playoff chase in week 1? Did your star player get injured before the season? Do you still have 0 wins in fantasy? Then you need to talk to me, the sports therapist.
I am a New England Patriots fan.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It used to be who are the Patriots playing in the Super Bowl. Now it's will the Patriots win next week?
Exactly.
Probably not.
I'm the victim of a $500 million team where that's given me a $0 payoff. This is the Mets.
And I'll remind you that everything you say here is confidential. Do you find yourself thinking about other baseball teams?
Think about the Astros. I'm going to move to Houston.
I grew up as a Met fan. Maybe we try Rutgers football. Maybe we just play racquetball at the gym. Friends would definitely be better than Rutgers football, huh? The Cowboys are more often a source of misery in your life.
We know what helps Cowboys Nation mental health rings.
Maybe the Cowboys will never win a ring in your lifetime. Whose fault do you think it is that the Vikings are not performing so well?
I will say the third game, Kirk Cousins, spike the ball. Get a good playoff. Don't throw an interception with the last play of the game.
What is it you'd like to talk about today?
The Jets,
How have you been coping?
a lot of crying.
But if there's a way to engage with the New York Jets without bringing heartbreak on yourself, then I think that could be healthy.
I haven't even smiled this much in 2 weeks, Doc. The Commanders are losing.
Do you think that all of that anger will come exploding out of you?
It might.
There was quite a bit of rage in that, wasn't there? Maybe there's some deep breathing exercises we can do. We're going to breathe in Terry McLaurin, and we're going to breathe out Terry McLaurin. And we're going to breathe in Ron Rivera, and we're not going to let him get us upset.
There was a lot of hype around Kenny Pickett this year for the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's just not panning out the way I thought.
And so what do you do in those moments? Do you grab your terrible towel and do you sort of give yourself a rub down, or?
I actually forgot my terrible towel that day.
It seems that you are not holding up your end of the bargain.
I feel like Taylor Swift has just taken over the Kansas City Chiefs football program.
If anything, he missed that first week, and then he started dating Taylor. He was back on the field.
You know what? Now that you think about it, Doc, she might be the good luck charm. I might download her music now.
Well, that's our time.
Thank you.
This is the first time in my life that I've actually felt anything other than deep depression.
Thank you, Fanatics, and perfect timing. We have Mr. Beve on with us. Beve.
Hey!
What's up, Beve?
How we doing?
What's up, brother?
How are you?
Not much, man. Just living the dream.
Yeah, how was coaching football tonight?
Oh, it's always good. My
Yeah.
son doesn't listen to anything I say, though. So,
Sounds like my kids, man. It's fine.
I gotta let the other coaches do it.
Yeah, I love it, man. So how you been, dude? You
Good to
excited
see you,
for this
man.
weekend?
Great. What's that? What about this weekend?
You excited?
Oh, absolutely. Gosh, man, I'm excited every weekend. It's college football, baby.
Hell yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
I like it all. I like it all. How y'all doing?
Awesome.
We're good now. Everything's good.
We're
Life is
good.
good. All right.
We had our bye week scuffle,
Yeah,
our bye week injury, I guess we could call it.
you got to.
I don't know. You guys hear that echo?
Yep.
It might be me.
Oh,
Let me make sure I'm connected. Here we go. All right. Oh, yeah, my bad.
man,
It's
Brandon, it
thinking.
must be you with the technical difficulties, man.
It's not me. Is
I
it?
mean, you had it on the Buckeye Bros.
Give me-
That's not you, but you're bringing it.
I know.
How about now? All right, there's no echo. Well, B figures this out.
Typical.
We'll keep bullshitting. I think he'll get it. I believe in him. I know he's wearing some Ohio State gear, but I believe in the guy.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Kicking ass forever, then I would be too. Shit.
All right. Well, shit, man. Shall we jump into the big game while he gets this figured out?
Yeah.
We won't talk too much, Beeb. Don't worry, man. Let me. All right, man. Biggest game we've had in a while, man.
Yeah.
Brandon, hey, without giving too much away, what first thoughts on this? How about this? First thoughts when this came on the schedule and we saw our schedule. So let's say preseason.
If you can see, well, you can't see my face, but
I can see you.
I'm going to bite my lower lip and say the F word. Big, just fuck. Anytime we play these Nimrods, I hate it. I don't like it.
Here we go.
Hey, there he is.
I don't hear no echo. You hear an echo?
How's that go?
Perfect.
All right, let's try this again. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in the Beve.
The Beve is back.
The Beve.
Without an echo.
No echo. It's just the Beve this time. Well, welcome in, man. Glad to have you on, man. Been watching the show.
Let's go.
Man. Let's get the party started. Let's do this. Iowa versus Ohio State, baby. Beve, what's your take on this game, my friend?
Well, you know where it starts. It's going to start with that defense of Iowa. We got to see if that passing game can hold down those big plays. 69th in the country, averaging 210.8 yards, I believe, per game passing. But their defense, obviously the run game, they hold that down to under 60 yards per game. So, yes, will they hold the run game down? Probably not completely because there's two outstanding backs. Also an outstanding back on the other side in Caleb Johnson. But that passing game, really, that's where it's going to boil down to. Do they stop the big plays?
Definitely.
Does Jeremiah Smith go off? Do they stop him?
Probably.
That's the key to the game. You know, the one place that you could probably attack Ohio State, and I believe, is getting pressure on the quarterback. If you can get pressure on Will Howard, sometimes he has a tendency to just throw the ball up. You know, he gets a little happy feet in the backfield and then throws off his back foot, and you don't know where the ball is going to go. But he might be coached to do that with Jeremiah Smith out there. Just throw the ball anywhere near him. Dude's good.
Yeah, it's like Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, just throw the ball up.
Let's go.
I don't care if it's in his general vicinity within 20 yards of him. Just throw it in the air and see what happens. Because he might just make a play. Dude's a freak. Dude's an absolute freak, man. This is great.
Tim.
That's
What's up, Tim?
Hey, what up, brother?
A 12-hour ban? What kind of bullshit's that anyway?
12 hours for telling somebody to drink heavily for something to do at their first Iowa State game.
Jeez, bud.
Hey, man, I used to do that all the time when I lived in Ames, man. That's what you do there in an Iowa State game. It's fine.
Twitter just doesn't know the Midwest, man. Go drink heavily.
No.
Why not?
Yeah. It's funny he got banned. And it's not for a day. It's for 12 hours, guys. Like,
yeah.
You just
in
get
time
on
for your hangover to go away and drink.
That right?
There you go.
Sleep it off.
Cheers to that.
Touche.
Dougie.
You know, I didn't even prepare for a drink.
Man, it's unlike you, man. I'm so used
It's
to
okay.
Next time.
drinking.
Next time.
Next time. I'm sure you'll be on again. But
Wednesday nights are rough, man. I don't like to drink on Wednesday nights. Why? I don't know. It's an unwritten rule. I gotta get myself into shape for tomorrow.
what do you got tomorrow?
I gotta plan our podcast, man.
Oh,
Packers are always on Thursday and Sunday mornings, right?
I missed last Sunday morning.
Yeah, I saw that.
Solo job. Man. I'm impressed. I wouldn't have done it.
Tim says he thought it was a good suggestion. We agree, my friend.
Right.
It sounds like an excellent suggestion to me.
But
what do you guys think? What do you guys think?
Man, I don't know. Brandon, you want to start positive? You want to start negative?
Let's go negative. I don't know who's worse. And for us, your wide receivers or your running backs, who would you, Beve? I gotta ask you this: who would you say we should be the most afraid of?
I would say the wide receivers.
The wide receivers,
just because what your defensive strengths are versus your defensive weaknesses, and you know it's a little easier to stop a run game
Right.
Because I don't believe our offensive line is the strength of the team, but their pass pro is a lot better than their run blocking.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, man. I mean, this is very similar to my take on that Iowa State game. I said the difference would be Iowa State's wide receivers, and guess what? What happened? Half. Iowa State's wide receivers beat us for big plays.
And who was it, that Ross dude that just lit you guys up?
Oh, from
Devontae?
Troy.
Ross?
Devontae or Levante?
Devontae.
Devontae or Levante? I can't remember his name.
Yep. Same thing. That guy had 3 touchdowns. It's like,
yeah.
I mean, I thought Minnesota was going to do the same shit to us, man. The way that that first half ended. That same wide receiver did the same shit to Michigan then the very next week.
So I have a question. I have a question for you guys then. If
What's
we're
up?
gonna tear out the Big Ten so far, what we've seen this season, where does Iowa rank in the tiers? Are they a tier 2, tier 3?
2.
Where's the cutoff?
I think I
can tell you where they sit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's kind of an arbitrary tier, right? Like you tier it on your own volition, like whatever you like. But I at the top right now, just for right now, I would say it's Penn State, Ohio State, and Oregon, from what we've seen so far. And then that tier 2, this is where it gets tough because I think there's a lot of teams possibly in that tier 2, where you have Michigan, which is hard to say because I don't know how good they are. I mean, it's hard to tell. And do you put Nebraska in there? Do you put Iowa in there? Do you put Rutgers or Indiana in there? And USC. I mean, there's possibly 6 teams that you could put in tier 2.
Yeah.
True. Very true.
So that's why I'll say I put them at 7 in the Big Ten.
Yeah, we'll go with
that.
Yeah. Power ranking, I say so.
Depending on
and if you're going to do like 3 tiers, 4 tiers, it depends, because obviously Purdue and Northwestern are at the bottom along with UCLA. Damn UCLA, man.
God, that's terrible.
They got a
Purdue, man. Purdue's getting just absolutely embarrassed, man.
Oh yeah, it's
Jeff Brom leaving was
worst thing that can happen.
Bigger than we ever thought it would be. I knew we knew it would be bad, but this is like historic bad.
For sure.
They're getting, I mean, it's crazy. Man, for me, man, Iowa's so hard to tell too because we have yet to see a full football game out of them.
Yeah, that's very true.
It's always been a half. First game, the first half was terrible. Second half, we put up 34 points and just ran away with it.
Smoked them.
Second game. First half was good, and then we come out the second half and shit the bed against Iowa State and lose. Great. Troy, first half, terrible. Come out, boat race them out of it. First half of Minnesota, terrible. Second half, come out and boat race the hell out of them. It's like, man, I just want to see a full game out of Iowa to really tell how good they are. Like,
that's almost the definition of an average team, right? They can't put together a full
Unfortunately.
game.
Yeah, you're right.
When it clicks.
But, I mean, if it clicks and they put it all together, which is something that Iowa can always do, and they're on the verge. I mean, Caleb Johnson's going off, dude.
God, dude. He's so fun to watch.
If they can just develop, why don't they get that tight end passing game going off of the run?
Yep, we talked about that before you got on.
Little play action. Yeah.
Yep. I mean, that's used to be a bread and butter, right?
It was, man. That was all we had, man. You got tight ends in the top 10 in receiving yards at Iowa. That's not normal.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot going on in this game for me. I mean, we see the tail of the tapes here. I mean, Iowa, dude, something's got to give, right? Like, I don't care. 1-7 versus your ranked teams, and you're just getting out. Like, look at they're outscored by 200 points. That's just
last win in Columbus was 91.
91.
Yep.
Damn.
I was 5 years old in kindergarten. Crazy.
Yeah.
Brandon, were you born?
I was a baby. I was born in '90, dude.
What year was it that they barely lost? They had a kicker that
15.
man hit like a 50. Was it 15?
Are you sure?
They came
Yeah,
out
because it was when 10. 2010 when Stanzi went out
Yeah. All right.
and Vandenberg had to step in.
That game hurt.
Yes.
That game
Yeah.
hurt. Yep.
Yeah. I was at that game.
Overtime.
That was a rough one.
Overtime, yeah. But I mean, since our last road win there, we're 2-14, man. 2017 and 2004, only 2 wins, both at home, obviously. Like, something's got to give, right? I'm not saying that I was going to win, but that outscored number, that's what I think gives this weekend. Finally, do I think I will win?
I think
we'll get into that later.
The point spread, it's 19.5.
It's gone down.
Oh, it dropped.
Has it gone down?
Oh,
yeah.
It's gone down like two or three. I think it opened at 23.
It should. You know, as of right now, I'd probably go the under because I think it's going to be more of a defensive battle than anything. Yeah, that's an amazing statistic.
Wow.
I read that off to the side, and I was like, man, hopefully they put that up there soon because that is atrocious.
Yeah. Once again.
And that's why.
But look at the offenses he's playing in. I mean, he's been playing on 2 teams. I mean, Michigan wasn't known for a lot of passing. They're not actually, dropping bombs anywhere.
Nope.
And even with J.J. McCarthy, they didn't get a lot of passing last year. It's just their offensive design. And then, hey, there we go. That's my sister.
Nice.
And we got a couple Buckeyes on here watching.
I'm okay with that.
Thumbs down.
I'm okay with that.
I thought she was just trying to give me some knuckles. Go Hawks. Yep.
Get that. Iowa.
That's all right.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I mean, Brandon, you're not high on this game.
No, I'm not.
I mean, it would be a lot different story if it was out in Iowa, right? Iowa City, man, that is a nice environment. Plus, if it would be a night game in Iowa City, woo.
Ooh.
Catching that wave. Yeah.
Take my money.
But in Columbus, Ohio State's just too talented this year. Like I said, the only chance is if somehow they can shut down the passing game and they get tons of pressure on Will Howard.
So I got a question for you, Beve. What do you think their mental state is? Do you think they're thinking ahead to Oregon?
No. For everything I've heard from Columbus, it's been really even keeled.
Okay.
They're ready. I mean, it's been business. It's all about business. Now you get punched in the mouth, that can change, right?
Right.
When the bully becomes the bullied, things change real quick. So if you jump out to a hot start, maybe their mental status changes. You never know.
God damn.
Tim's on fire tonight. Year of our Lord.
Shut down the program.
Yeah.
I mean, who's your biggest passing threat?
Oh, all right.
Gill. Right?
On paper, Gill. The one I believe is
Lachey.
Caleb Brown, the transfer from
Where
Ohio
is he? Where the hell has he been?
I don't know. He must have pissed off Kirk, and he's in that doghouse. He's in that DJK doghouse.
He's probably doing interviews on podcasts when he shouldn't have been.
Oh, yeah. What's up with those guys like that?
Fucking losers.
That's how you get
well,
suspended.
Sometimes they go out and they have their best game of the year after that, though. So
that's true. Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, are bad on that. But, on paper, it's Jacob Gill, the transfer from Northwestern.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to give you guys a hard time.
No,
that's fine, man.
It's good.
You learn, you live.
Live and learn. That's life, man.
You don't fucking do it again.
Yep.
Asshole.
We're good.
But I think Caleb Brown is the best threat, and the fact that he sees it feels like he's only in there 20% of the offensive snaps is a shame, because I don't know if you remember him last year, Beve, toward the end of the year. I know our offense was shitty, but He was the only reason we were even able to move the ball last year. Between
all I remember is Brian Ferentz.
Of course you do. Of course.
Being ranked dead last in FBS and offense, yeah.
Just get 25 points
disgusting.
a game. It doesn't matter how they come, even if they're scored on defense. You just have to average it.
You just got to average it.
Still
what a
good.
shame.
There you go.
Yeah, I think it's Caleb Brown. I mean, I hope this bye week they're going to put in some wrinkles with him because, I mean, for me, Iowa has 4 players that have chips on their shoulders in this game. I don't know. Beve, have you seen the interview with Caleb Johnson about Ohio State? So he's an Ohio boy.
I saw the quotation. Yeah, he didn't want to go to Ohio State because he wants to beat them.
Yeah. He wouldn't have win if they offered him. He said, but
which is woo.
That's
man. You don't want to get boys all stacked up.
That's true.
Man.
That's a boy running with some anger, though. That guy sounds like he's mad, though. I think he's more mad they didn't offer him than he's telling us.
You know, the last time a running back talked shit, it was Melvin Gordon, and they beat him 59-0.
Woo!
And he had like 30 yards.
Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. I don't need that.
Man, they were coming in all ready to roll, man. That Wisconsin team. All their fans were talking shit. Man, we're like, I was like, I don't know. Maybe you guys will do good.
What's your
different story? What's up?
So what's your keys? So, all right, let's say this hypothetically. If Iowa wants to pull this upset, Beve, what do they need to do? What absolutely must happen Saturday if Iowa pulls another huge upset like they did in 2017?
Pressure on the quarterback. Quarterback hurries. That's number one. As much pressure as you can get on Will Howard, the better you're going to be. I mean, because you're going to give up plays in the passing game. It's just going to happen no matter what. But if you can get pressure on him, make him think twice, maybe he makes some mistakes, and you get, a couple picks, get it in your territory, you don't need as many yards, and you can score. Right? You got to have a ball hawking defense, and you got to make sure Ohio State makes mistakes. Because they got to beat themselves.
Damn, Tim, I might have to have you come on the show, man.
That's another one I've been wondering about. Where the hell's he been? Is he hurt?
Yeah, he was hurt all year.
Yeah.
Boom.
So Seth Anderson, he's a fast. I think he's got good size too for us. I want to say he's probably 6'1", but he's got some speed to him. He's a transfer, I believe, from Charleston. I believe last year.
FCS, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but when he was healthy last year, man, the guy was quick, man. So I was healthy. What else is the key?
That's
Pressure.
the difference in these games. Yeah, number one's pressure, just so you can see if you can get turnovers, and number two is just how your defense plays in the passing game.
Big plays.
Yeah, just limit the big plays. Keep it in front of you. As long as you can keep, no 60-yard passing touchdowns, right?
No, that we can't have.
I mean, explosive plays are huge in any game, and turnovers obviously are number one. That's the equalizer in any game, like any matchup.
Yeah,
Purdue could beat Notre Dame if they had 5 turnovers.
Yeah, that's true. Those big plays, man, that's actually what's been killing us, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, we had 3 in the first 3 games, and we gave up 3 all of last year total big plays. And that's the only thing that's really uncharacteristic of an Iowa defense right now.
Absolutely. It's very surprising. Not something that I was expecting on the year coming in. I thought that defense was going to be shutting everyone down, whether it was passing or running. It didn't matter. And actually, their defensive backfield should be a strength.
Yeah, it has 3 returning starters.
Yeah, nothing.
Two dudes that got rated in the 90s and all preseason All-American. And, I mean, he's played well. Castro's tore it up, but Wampa, dude, I don't know what happened to that dude. And I don't know, man. I agree with you on a lot of those things. Brandon, what's your keys to this one? If Iowa wants to pull this upset, what must happen?
Pray to God that Ohio State's looking ahead to Oregon. That's one. Like I said, guys, I'm so negative. I have no faith in this. Limit the big plays. Caleb Johnson. Use him a lot. And keep Ohio State's offense off the field.
Yeah.
Yeah, ball control is
Yeah.
that's a good one too. Yeah, if you can keep onto the ball, limit the amount of possessions that Ohio State gets, then you always have a chance.
Our defense, man, if they get rest, man, they're a whole different ball game, man.
Mm-hmm.
So
you're not
help
wrong.
you then.
Not wrong with that. I mean, I agree with everything you guys are saying. I would probably say for me,
Man, I wish you were my wife.
with me?
I agree with everything you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, she agreeing with you. I feel you there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew my wife's watching. I love you. I agree with you guys on all that front, man.
I could say whatever I want because she's not watching for sure.
My wife does sometimes. She'll pop in and leave comments.
Sometimes.
Go sports.
I love that. That's my favorite. Well, I does that too. I love it.
And it's usually awesome. She usually pops in when we're talking about her too. I think the other time we were laughing about how she eats chili with cinnamon rolls, and the next thing I know, a comment pops up.
What's the problem with that?
Don't hate cinnamon rolls and chili. I'm like, oh shit, she's watching right now. It's like, damn it.
What? You don't like that?
No, man.
I've never tried it.
You're
Never even thought
crazy.
about it.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, I tried it like 3 weeks ago after we had that show, and just to try it again. And nah, man, it's not.
Just not a sweet.
Are you doing the fries in your frosty type thing too?
No.
Brandon.
No.
Nah, we do caramel with our cheese curds, bro.
That's reasonable. I'll try it.
Tastes like a funnel cake. Trust me.
I said yes.
I'm down to try it, man. Try anything once.
Maybe I'll go up to Wisconsin and do that. We'll see.
They'll probably run you out of town, dude.
Shit.
Don't fuck with their cheese up there.
That's not a thing in my part of Iowa. Dude, I love Tim, man.
Tim, it wasn't where me neither, and I'm from your part of Iowa, my friend.
That's that weird part of Iowa.
Oh, that's funny. But you guys make good points, man. For me, I think you guys listed off a lot of things. I think personally, Iowa has to get some sort of big turnover that leads to a touchdown. So they have to, whether it's a defensive touchdown or inside the 20, they have to do something like that. And then Reese Dakin has to control that field and punt like he did last week.
What about
if he can keep?
Oh God, Weegin?
He's close.
I know.
He's what's he averaging a return? 19. It's pretty good.
Okay.
I thought.
He's
not
not,
when I go back to work.
He's not Cooper DeJean.
No.
So, but I mean, I think he'll break one. I don't know if it'll be this weekend, but yeah, I think field position with punting is going to be huge for us. And then the defense has to get some turnovers and put us in good scoring position. And then everything you guys said, man, like ball control, keeping our defense off the field and their offense off is huge too. And the big plays and the pressure. Second half of Minnesota, that's what changed that game. I don't know if you watched that, Brandon, but first half, we didn't do anything. Second half, we sent Jackson almost every time. Linebacker.
It sounds like Minnesota plays one half of good football every game, too.
Yeah, and second half versus Michigan.
Yeah.
Minnesota?
Minnesota.
Man, but yeah, I mean, who are players? All right, obviously we've already talked about, what's his name, Jeremiah Smith.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of people have talked about him. Who are some players that Iowa fans should look for or watch out for?
Jack Sawyer on defense for sure. I mean, he's coming after the quarterback with bad intentions every single play. Who else really has stood out this year? I mean, dude, they have NFL players everywhere, so it's really hard to pick out one. Travion Henderson, everyone knows him. He can hit a high gear anytime he wants to. And his blocking, man, his pass blocking has been out of this world. Just out of this world. The entire defensive line's good. TJ Tuimoloau is a good defensive end, but he just kind of takes plays off, and he could have a breakout game. You never know, and like go off for like 5 sacks and 2 picks and a fumble recovery like he did once against Penn State. But Other than that, yeah, you kind of know what you're getting. Everyone's going to be good.
Must be nice.
I mean, besides the offensive line, there's some question marks at offensive line. So if your defensive line can really get after the quarterback and you can blitz and maintain those, which is what you would have had, what we expected this season with all the DBs returning, 3 out of 4 DBs coming back. You thought you could play on an island and send some guys and get after the quarterback. But I don't know. I mean, can they man up? They should be able to.
Jamari Harris can. I think he's the only one that's been able to do it this year.
Yeah, piece of shit, TJ Hall. Sorry, talking shit about the players, but
don't do that.
Would you stop that?
God damn.
Question marks are still 5 stars.
Tim, he's not wrong though. I mean, partially, right?
Yes. Kind of, yeah.
Man, that's big. That's
yes.
Crazy.
I mean, Emeka. The crazy part is Emeka Ibuka is an awesome receiver. He's getting overshadowed by a freshman. He's a 5-star. I mean,
that's insane.
Dude's insane himself. Like every defensive coordinator in the Big Ten was like, "We got a year off of Ohio State having stud receivers. They got one. We have to cover one, and then they bring in the best one yet as a freshman."
They just keep doing it, man.
I'd kill for that.
Embarrassment of riches right now. It is, man. It's really stupid. And we'll see. Can it be too much sometimes, and it gets the players' heads. They want to do good. They don't have a team mentality. Well, we're going to see because the talent's improving, I mean, they've played no one yet. So you could say you could win all the games that they've played just based on talent alone.
Right.
But putting it together as a team is a different story, and now it's starting to beef up. You get in the Big Ten,
Yep.
things change. And you mentioned it, Oregon's next week. There's a possibility they could try to overlook Iowa, who's not a bad team. They're a good team, right? They're not a Michigan State. They're not
one loss is a
Marshall.
good loss, as much as we hate it.
That loss is a lot better than you think, And Iowa State, I believe, had like 84% returning production. They're a good team when they get all their players back. And that's kind of Matt Campbell's approach. Yeah.
I mean, what I've seen so far of them, I know this isn't the Iowa State show, but I think they're probably the best team playing football right now in the Big 12.
Oh yeah,
and they already had a bye week.
I would put them in the Big 12 for sure, in the championship lead.
Yeah,
maybe BYU is something special too.
Yeah,
they look pretty good too.
Take that, Colorado.
Yeah.
Ah, man. All right. Sweet.
Colorado's still undefeated.
Colorado.
At least in the Big 12, yeah.
Yeah. I thought they'd lose last week, but.
And Utah, I couldn't. That was my pick, wasn't it? Did we go over? I thought we went over our conference.
Yeah, I think you took Utah and I took Oklahoma State, but boy,
I took Oklahoma State too.
We failed. All right, man. I gotta go back to this. We need more of this. So this right here was the 40-yard TD run. How the hell did he get out of this?
Did he spin to the right?
No, he went straight at him and then he went to the left.
Shut up. Just trucked him?
You'd have to. Yeah, it's a really good. The highlight's awesome.
They went for leg tackles and he just ran right through them. And then he was off
today. Not today.
Freak.
If we see this, Caleb Johnson, if we get $1.50, so this is a question for you as an outsider. I know you're a Big Ten guy, but as an Ohio State dude and not a Hawkeye fan, this guy goes for 150 and 2 touchdowns in the shoe. Do they finally put him in the Heisman talk?
Oh, man, I don't know. Should they? Probably, yeah. But they're not even giving Ashton Junte enough right now. Yeah. I mean, he needs a little bit more. He's in the talk. But, yeah, if he has 150 and 2 touchdowns, give me 3 touchdowns, he's in there.
3?
Yeah.
You heard it here first, baby.
3 rushing touchdowns. They'll be talking about him.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, one of those would have. He needs a huge touchdown. One that he's just like looking like a man child, like this particular situation.
Or a big long run where he outruns Ohio State. That's for you to outrun Ohio State, being an Iowa guy, not known for speed.
Yep,
that would be huge.
Film.
Yeah, that's
hell yeah.
Watch me leave these guys in the dust for a 60-yard touchdown run. Like, that's big time. I agree with you, man. I agree, but man, I was going to talk about it earlier, but for me, I think also there's 4 dudes on the offense that play in with some chips on their shoulder. I know I kind of went into it earlier. Obviously, Caleb Johnson being from Ohio, he's got a chip on his shoulder. Cade McNamara, he just hates him because he went to Michigan. So, I mean, he's already got that hate. And then you have Luke Lachey, who also is from Ohio, and Caleb Brown, who transferred from there. Crazy that all 4 of them are on the offensive side. So I'm hoping – see, this is me getting back to that optimism, Brandon, I talked about earlier. I'm hoping that those chips – they're going to use those chips on those shoulders to do something that people didn't think we could do, whether it's make it a 1-score game. We lose by 1 score. Dude, that's a win for Iowa. That is an excellent loss.
You got to get Tim's comment back up there, a new one.
Which one?
I think there's a better chance that Cade throws for 200 than Caleb rushes for 150. That's interesting.
Hot take, Tim.
I don't. I think Ohio State's defense is more susceptible to the run than they are the pass, especially against Cade.
Well, I mean,
and the other kind of standout guy that I forgot to mention was Tyleik Williams. He is a beast at D tackle, a beast.
Well, here was loading the box.
Yeah.
You have 1 safety, 2 safety, and then I know you have your 2 defensive backs on the corners.
Man, do you guys have the actual play, the highlight? I want to see that now. Yeah, let's play that. Play that fucking track.
I'm gonna pull it up here. Give me 1 moment. Play that fucking track. Give me 1 moment. 1 moment. I gotta make sure this is it.
Tanner's got a good comment on there too.
You can throw it up, Beve.
Oh, boom! I can bring it on there. Oh shit! Here we
Bring
go.
it up.
Hey.
Averages 10 yards a carry when you stack the box. Tanner.
I
good comment, man.
Forgot.
Hell of a stat.
All right, hold on a second.
Man,
Sure.
you guys got some great commenters.
Dude, they're still Division I athletes, Tim, man. You should be able to make that fucking tackle.
They should, absolutely. And they got a bunch of veteran dudes on their D, too.
All right, let me make sure this is... All right, let me get rid of Caleb here.
Get rid of Caleb and bring on Caleb. I like it.
Box loaded. Bump, see ya.
Oh, he snuck through there.
Yeah.
Ooh, no.
I went through his legs and he just ran right through it. They're going to show it again.
Damn. Yeah, I got to get... There we go. That's the view.
Here I am.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, they loaded the box.
I always want to see it from the back.
Whop.
Dude,
Oh, giddy.
dove at his legs and slipped off like he was in some like KY jelly wrestling.
Oh, look, special teams. Nice.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Beve, you know what I'm talking about with that comment, right?
Give me those field goals.
What up, Dean?
Yeah. Dean was running behind today, so.
Welcome in, Dean. They're a rowing school. They are now.
I thought they were a hockey school.
Probably. I don't even. They are a rowing school, though.
Oh, God, I wish. God, that'd be yes. That'd be
They do run similar, man. I'm not gonna lie. Crazy thing is, I didn't know that dude was from where I live.
Wait,
Homeboy from Boise State. He's from Jacksonville.
Oh, is he?
We went to high school at one of those like prep school, I think a private school, prep school, one of those big schools in
One of
Texas.
them big schools down there.
Down there in Texas. Down there in Texas. But yeah, man, I think Iowa, it's crazy that they have 4 offensive players that have a lot to gain in this game, and I'm hoping it goes in our favor. That's all I got for that one. Fingers crossed on that shit.
I'd like to see Luke Lachey do good.
I would too.
Dude, he's been MIA all year. And
Is it just because of the injury last year? Or
I think it's the offensive scheme.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you noticed, but they run their tight ends in motion, not like we normally do. So normally they ran them behind the quarterback, and it dictated, and usually it was blocking or he would do a rollout. But they're doing like he goes behind him, and then he stays in motion, and then he hikes the ball and goes forward. So it's almost like
taking him out of the play? A decoy?
Yeah, pretty much. And that's not his strong suit. Like,
yeah,
dude, you can't do that to a guy like that guy. That guy should be an All-American tight end.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping this bye week.
First round NFL talent.
Yeah. I'm hoping this bye week did us some justice. And another thing, I mean, there's a lot of keys to this game. I think Iowa needs a lot of shit to happen for them to win. But
yeah,
I think I know that they
for Ohio State. Show up.
Show up. Don't overlook Iowa.
Pass the ball.
And make the plays when they're in front of you. That's it. I mean, if you start seeing those wide receivers dropping those balls, that's a whole different game.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Like that's the bread and butter.
You have to hold on to your balls. I mean, that's
we always do.
That key to the game.
Don't drop them balls, man.
They're notorious for that.
Who's notorious for that?
Iowa.
Iowa's dropping a lot of balls.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, usually. I mean, we throw it 10 times and we drop 4 of them. That's not good odds.
No, definitely not.
All right, Chris. Is this
well? Will Howard's not in Kansas anymore, so.
Ooh,
there you go, Dorothy.
Kansas State. I mean, sometimes you're a product of where you're at, and I think he actually got a lot better with his footwork. But he did have games, and not necessarily just games. He had like plays where he'd take off and just lose all form, all mechanics, and just throw some wild balls. And he did that once against Michigan State because they had pressure on him, and it was an interception.
What's this? Lachey's dad is he a Buckeye?
Broadcasting the game?
Yeah.
No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. On the 97.1, which is the Columbus radio station.
Oh,
that's cool, huh? Yeah. I mean, there's some good storylines.
My brother-in-law was a teacher at the school that he went to in Columbus.
Oh, damn, that's cool, man.
Yeah. So he knows the family actually really well.
Oh, so he knows Nick?
He
Shut the
knows Nick,
that's his cousin. Valid question.
Is it
Nick
it's
and
not
Drew?
Really, is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's Nick Lachey's cousin. Maybe like second cousin
on the road. Nick and Drew, right? Is that their names? Drew.
I don't know. Do it side by side and look at them. You can see the family resemblance, man. Seriously. That's why I call him Mr. 98 Degrees.
Mr. 98 Degrees.
Why did I not know that, prick?
Wait,
why didn't you
really? I said it before.
What's Lachey's number? It's not 98, is it?
85.
That would have been awesome if it was
98.
Here you go.
All right. That's my bold prediction. He's going to get 98 yards.
98 yards
on Saturday. Receiving. I'm calling it. I'm calling my shot on that one.
Man. 98.
Tanner with some knowledge. Thanks, Tanner. I love that. That's a cool story, though, for sure.
28 years. Damn. That's
and
awesome.
cool for his dad, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it gets to
I think
call
second time he's got to do this for his
game.
son. He probably
And
never thought
Ohio
he probably only thought he'd be able to do it once.
Ohio State didn't recruit him for some reason. He wanted to go to
That's
Ohio
weird.
State.
Because he was a highly touted
Absolutely.
tight end in that class. Yeah. I think he was a 4-star.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ohio State don't use tight ends like Iowa. It was a no-brainer.
Facts.
Like, that's one of the things that always shocks me when these tight ends, top tight ends, don't have Iowa on their list. I'm like, what?
What are you thinking?
Doing?
Yeah.
Like,
Do you
what
wanna
the
go
fuck
to
are
the
you
NFL?
doing? Have you watched the league? 3 of the top 4 tight ends are usually from Iowa. 3 of the top 5 traditionally. Like, what are you doing? But that's great.
How's that
That's
offensive line this year doing?
Pass blocking is
Better.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Run block.
It's just Caleb Johnson.
Just
doing
thank
it all.
God for Caleb.
It is. It's just Caleb Johnson right now. I'd be curious to see how many yards Iowa has a total, and then how many Caleb Johnson has. I mean, he's on pace for 2,000 yards. He averages. I mean, he has those numbers in 3.5 games. He was suspended the first half of the first game.
How many touchdowns did he have? 7
9.
or 8?
9.
Does he have 9? He has. Oh yeah, because he tied Ashton Janty. But then, how many did Janty get?
He's got 13 now or some shit. He had like 5.
Does he really?
Yeah.
He had 9 before this week.
Yeah.
That,
So he had.
but I didn't know how
4.
many he got last.
Dude's a freak. Love him.
He had 4 touchdowns. Holy shit.
Hey,
Well,
I'll be
I mean,
honest, man. I would love to see a running back duel this year. It's almost like a forgotten thing, man.
Oh yeah. Strength on strength. Let's go.
Chris, that's his cousin, dude.
Oh, chicken of the sea.
Reggie, man, we're still trying to figure that shit out, dude.
I agree, man.
You know what will take away those pain, though, Reggie? A win on Saturday. We'll forget all about Iowa State. That thing will be.
You're like,
No, I
IS who?
Cyclones? Who are the Cyclones?
IS who, baby? IS who? Shit. Yeah, I mean, offensive
would.
line, good. Get back on track, sorry.
You're good.
Defensive line, good. But again, we send a lot of just 4-man pressures and playing in that scheme. When we send 5,
Iowa
different.
State might be the real deal. That might not, like you said earlier, it's looking better and better every day, and that might not be a bad loss at the end. It might turn around, help Iowa out a lot.
You know what? I haven't even looked at
What's the
Iowa
rest
State.
of Iowa's schedule?
Iowa or Iowa State?
Iowa. So after this week,
You're
the toughest
you're the
game.
only ranked team we have
Yep.
There we go.
all season.
Washington, Michigan State,
Northwestern,
Wisconsin, right? Or no?
Wisconsin, yep. Maryland,
Maryland.
Nebraska.
No. Wait a minute. Wait. You forgot UCLA, dude.
UCLA, Nebraska.
Oh,
Yeah.
UCLA should be ranked by the time you play them.
Absolutely.
Get out of here.
I believe him.
Almost last in everything.
Yes.
I mean, dude, Iowa has, back to your question about that, they have a favorable schedule. They could even lose this one and have a strong potential when you think about it. Your
there's
2
a
losses
chance
are 2 top teams.
There's a chance Nebraska could be rated by the time you play them at the end of the season, too.
If Patrick Mahomes Jr. figures it out, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
His age is showing. It
Yeah.
finally is there. I think he'll get better, yes, but I don't know.
I think you'd expect that a little bit as, a freshman quarterback trying to, get a program to the next level rather than having it already level up and then coming in. Like, you got to have stuff around you if you're going to be a freshman going in.
Brad,
Tim,
I
it's
got
rage depression.
Tim, what are you on tonight, man? You got
Tim's going to get kicked off of every social media tonight.
Oh yeah, Brad, I got to ask you a question, buddy. How are you still going with Wisconsin beating Iowa?
I'll tell you that day, but I'm going to say no. I'm just kidding. I'll tell you
Yeah.
now. I'm going with no, not now.
Try telling
Again,
him.
but what I say about them,
Dude, what happened with Wisconsin this weekend, man?
dude, I said there's a good chance there'll be 4 or 5 wins preseason, but they always beat us, and that's why I picked them preseason. But now I'm looking at it, I'm like, nah.
Can't happen. Can't happen.
I was going to run right over them.
You know who the scary one is? Northwestern always pulls off an upset somewhere. Always. Somewhere.
It used to be us.
Yep.
Used
They
to be.
find a way. They find a way to win some games at the end of the year. Doesn't matter who their coach is. Like, they won a 4-game win streak, I believe, last year at the end of the year.
Yeah, they almost beat us. Guess who their quarterback was? Our backup quarterback.
Yep. Sully.
Yeah, he transferred.
Brandon Sullivan.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I think you guys will see some wrinkles, more wrinkles with him. Personally, I don't. Beve, you've probably been watching. I don't know if you have. I think he should be the starter. Personally, nothing against Cade, but Brandon Sullivan to me is top to bottom a better quarterback. He's bigger, faster, and stronger. Will we see that? I don't know. But they said they threw in some more wrinkles for him down the red zone, so that could make it interesting because he can run.
That's true.
He's got some wheels, but he can throw. He's 6'4".
They looked back at the Marshall game, too, and saw how their quarterback was running on Ohio State in the first quarter, first half even. Spread Ohio State out and run with the quarterback.
I missed that mobile quarterback that Iowa's had before the pass.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you guys see this or not? Did you know that Cade McNamara does not throw the football on the laces?
No.
Go look at pictures of him throwing the ball. And most of the time, he is not on the laces.
Really?
Yeah. Iowa everywhere.
Doesn't
I
take
think
the
it
time
was.
to spin it.
That's probably why he can't throw for 200 yards a game, dude.
You just spin the damn ball and throw it. Yourself 200.
Dude, he makes a good point. That's the fucking crazy thing. I saw this, and then they shared all these pictures. So sometimes just go look and see how he holds the ball. You're going to see him, and it's not going to be on the seams and on the laces, dude. He's like he's in a hurry and getting rushed out of the pocket, and he has nothing but to flip it to the side. It was crazy. It's just something you don't pay attention to, and some fool did, and now I can't unsee it.
Well, yeah, it's the internet. Somebody's got to find something.
Brandon,
Now,
you got
every time you're like zooming in on the TV, like, does he got laces?
Hey, stop!
Shit.
Stop!
You want your laces out, Dan. Laces out.
Now I want to watch Ace Ventura. Thanks, man.
But hands the ball off on the laces.
On the
Oh,
laces.
no way.
Of course, yeah. You got to make sure you get it on the laces for the handoff, right? That's the only reason Caleb Johnson's been doing as good as he is.
There you go. It was on the news in Iowa today.
He knows where the laces are when he grabs that ball.
I like how, all right, he said it doesn't matter, but Tim's stats say otherwise. Well, I just got to find that again. Sorry, I should have flagged that shit. That was my fault. Timmy.
So are we saying he fondles the balls the wrong way?
He fondles balls the wrong way.
He does.
There it is. He says it's no problem. His stats say otherwise.
Yep.
Put in Sullivan.
Okay. I'm down. I'm down.
I said that from day one. I said that from day one. I don't think we'll see it unless Cade gets injured. Unfortunately. Which.
Don't you do it. Don't you do it.
I don't wish for that, but had a hard time standing up, dude. Let's be real. That's the reason. That's the reason he's in Iowa, man. He had a hard time standing up, and he got beat out for his position. I don't know why Iowa's any different. If he's getting beat out for his position right now, sorry, I don't care if you're making $750,000 from the NIL. Enjoy it. Good luck. But
take that paycheck.
That right, man. Like right off to the sunset. Be great, man. Because he doesn't have an NFL career. It's not going to happen for him at all. I just don't see it. When you can't make a Hail Mary from midfield, you are not going to the NFL. They will eat you alive.
Who's Cade's younger brother?
He'll tell you all about. He's at UTEP. Chris knows everything, dude. I don't know how this guy knows so much shit, but I believe he's at UTEP.
Well, I think aren't they winless right now? Or is he?
I don't think he plays tight end. I think.
Oh,
Apparently, he used to play quarterback, and he's bigger than Cade. Cade's only like 6 foot.
Reno 911.
He's not a big quarterback.
He plays tight end, and they're still winless.
I guess he needs to play quarterback. I don't know.
Put him under center. Let's go.
And in fact, does matter. Heard. We have been positive, actually.
What?
We have been pretty positive. That's all right. All right, man.
I missed that.
I'm not going to be positive anymore. I'm especially going to be negative. I'm pissed off.
Attaboy.
What are you mad about? Tell the world.
Hearing anything that suggests positivity is a good thing. We always want to be negative. Come on.
That's right.
We're fans. Fanatics. Fanatics get negative way too easy.
Attaboy, Moosey.
Moose.
It's my tailgating buddy.
Moose is the lucky man. I wish I was coming up there.
I do too, man.
I do too. I wish I was going. Matter of fact, maybe I should go.
Just go, man.
Oh, he is the quarterback.
Jake.
Is he the starter?
His name is Jake.
You all suck. You suck. I suck.
You suck. I suck. Oh man.
All right. Sweet. Let's do some. You want to do some picks with us?
Yeah.
Sure. Let's do it.
We're gonna pick some random games. We're not gonna, and then we'll pick obviously the game. So we all right. I'm not gonna lie. This was one of the worst weekends to pick games. I was trying to find some good matchups. There were some decent ones. There were some in preseason that looked good.
Do we have Michigan Washington to rematch?
We do have that on there for him.
Okay.
But let's start Air Force. Let's do the two military academy schools here. Air Force versus Navy. Guest of honor, my friend, the Beve. I'll let you
Navy,
make the call.
easy. Navy all the way.
What's your score?
Let's go with 34-17.
Shoot. Oh, yeah.
Academy with the dub. Brandon.
All right. 35-10. As much as I want to root for Air Force. Sorry.
Damn, man. All right, well, I'm going to go with you guys Navy, but I'm going to go a little bit closer. I'll say 21-28 Navy. All right.
21-28 Navy.
21-28. Taking it to the bank. Taking it to the SEC. Missouri Tigers versus Texas A&M. Brandon.
This is a good one. I like this one.
I do. Does Missouri get exposed with you? Is this finally it?
I hope so, but it's in Kyle Field, right?
That is a fantastic question. That's something I really did not.
I always got to take in the field.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, shit. No, I think Missouri wins, unfortunately. They're not going to get beat yet.
No.
No. They're 38-35. It's going to be close, but Missouri's luck prevails, so.
I agree with you by a field goal, 34-31.
Damn, dude. You're taking Missouri? Then I'm going to be the score. I'm going A&M, man.
Brad, I don't like it, buddy.
I'm going A&M, man. I'm gonna go against y'all. I'm gonna go against the grain here. I'm gonna take A&M in the upset, and I'm gonna say they win 28-14.
Oh, here we go. We got some more negativity for you.
Oh no,
they should have lost to Vandy if they call the damn safety.
Negativity, Chris. No negativity.
Boo. Oh, Vandy.
That is a really good question. I don't know how he's doing.
Yeah.
I think he's doing good.
Luther Burden? I think he's doing good. To be honest, I don't really know, man. I don't pay attention to SEC too much. Even though I live in SEC country, I don't fucking pay attention to it. Plus, these Florida teams suck ass. So, I don't know. Yeah, 28-24. All right, next game. We're going to go back to the Big Ten. Does Indiana continue their hot, high scoring season?
Yes.
Yeah. Beve, what you got?
Yeah, they crush them. Indiana, easy. 54 to
Woo!
21. 54-21.
What? No home field advantage in that
On the
makeshift
lake?
stadium?
No.
No? Huh. Who would have thought? Brandon, who you got?
None of
I'd
that.
have to look at the weather forecast, but until then, I'm going to say Indiana by like 3 touchdowns. So
Dude, watch Indiana is probably going to have most of the stadium.
probably.
Which is ironic to say because usually we go to Indiana games and are like, yes, we could fill the stadium, do OHO around the stadium easily.
How many's that damn thing fit? 5,000? Maybe.
I don't. No idea. That's something I'd have to look up. It's
It's impressive for what they've done with it.
Actually, it looks awesome.
I like it.
I think they should build the stadium there. To be honest with you, right outside, right off the lake, it looks sweet.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that where their practice facility was?
Yes.
It was where the lacrosse fields were.
Really?
It's the lacrosse stadium. Yeah.
Man, this is for you, Beve.
Yes, he already did.
He already did. I'm impressed with what he's done there, dude.
Cool.
I mean, 5-0, first time since 1967. A coach has gone 5-0.
He came in and he called his shot too, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah.
He keeps this shit up, dude. Like, then hell yeah, he
got
does.
Receipts, and they got a relatively easy schedule.
They do. I was looking at that because I'm like, no way this continues, and I'm like, yes way it can. It possibly can. So shit, I better make my pick then. Damn.
I think they got Nebraska next week.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think. Yep.
Ooh. At Indiana.
Yep. Yep.
Ooh.
We'll see how they do with
Yes, it
Rutgers,
is
and then we'll
Indiana.
talk. But
Ooh, that's interesting. All right, I better make my pick here. All right, I'm gonna go. I go in Indiana too, but I don't think it's gonna be a huge blowout like you guys think. So I'm gonna go 28-10. Still a good ass kicking, but I don't know. I really don't. I don't have any. I'm not an
It's
expert.
got to be 20 points to be considered an ass kicking. That's my rule.
Yeah.
is it?
All right. Well, we're good. It's just under an ass kicking. Kind of a whooping.
Just
it's an ass
under an
whooping.
ass kicking. Yeah.
It's just a thing. Chris here. This isn't. Yes, that's true too.
Yeah, they do.
It's crazy to think he brought a lot of stud players with him too,
And coaches.
and coaches. So they must have had a lot more talent there than we all realize.
Ooh.
Boom. Hoosiers 45-14.
Possible. It's possible, dude.
Expectations.
All right, Tim,
They
call
ever
your
had
shot.
Expectations.
Tim, call your shot. What's the score and who wins? I'll show it up even if we're still not on it. All right. Now, time for the rematch.
Bada boom, bada bing.
The only reason I picked it because it's a rematch, baby. This hasn't happened since Alabama, Georgia, a few years back. That we've had a
Rematch from the national title. The next
yep,
year?
in the following year. So, Beve, I'll let you kick us off with this, man. I don't even know. I think this is in Washington, isn't it?
It is in Washington.
It's in Seattle. Yep.
Ooh.
It's not going to be as competitive as the national title game was. I don't think Washington will be able to score hardly at all. I would go with Washington 10, Michigan a whopping 28 points. Yeah, 24-17 is good.
Damn it, Vandy.
Michigan runs the ball every single fucking play.
Oh, he
Zero
took him.
passes.
He
I
took
like
him.
35-10. I like that.
Brandon, who you got? Rematch.
Well, for one, if I was a Michigan fan, I would not travel out to Washington, especially with everything that's gone on and the fact that they just beat Washington in the Natty. So that's just a recipe for disaster, especially with how crazy they are over there. But I think it's going to be 24-17 Michigan. I just saw you shake your head. What the hell, man?
What's the over-under for this? Does anyone know?
Check.
Check out my melody.
Check.
Or I guess the spread is really what I want to know.
Boom. In 1 second.
You'll get it. You'll get it before I do. I bet.
I don't know, man. I'm pretty shitty at Google searches sometimes. I'm not gonna lie.
You don't have the ESPN. Here we go. I got it. You don't have the ESPN app.
I do, but I'll never get on that shit.
Well,
It's like having Disney. I'm fine with that.
Right.
I wish I could get on Fox and
Right. Hey,
get us stuff.
41 and a half.
Fellas, right now Washington's a favorite. 2.5.
2.5.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Because I'm taking Washington 24-21.
Oh.
I like
got it right here in my book.
By
You
the
probably won't be able to
bill.
see my book, but it's in my book already.
I don't believe it.
I'll send a picture to you right now.
That's son of a beast thing over, dude.
Let me fact check that. You can see me. I'm not writing right now. I'm not writing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You just ignore my chicken scratch. If you can't read it, then so be it. I don't know what to do, dude. I'm taking them.
Read it. It didn't happen.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I see you crossed one out and redid it. Washington.
Yeah, I wrote a 38 instead of a 28, and my bad. But hey, look at that! Yeah, my guy. No way. Snap, baby.
Oh, and then they're hungover, and then they come to Kinnick next week, and we beat the shit out of them, right?
Correct.
All
I think
right.
we still beat the shit out of them.
Got the dude from Miss State, right? He's a former Bulldog, Will Rogers or whatever, the former TV star from the 30s or whatever the hell.
Yeah, the Lasso King himself.
I like it.
Chris, until he hangs on too long against the wrong defense. That's all I'm going to tell you. He hasn't seen great defenses yet.
No, he hasn't.
There's no such thing as an orgy hanging on the balls too long.
That's right.
He's not very good with the ball.
Bastard.
All right, then let's get into it.
Is it time? Oh, we got one more. Oh,
yeah.
This time, baby. That's it. We only picked 5
Where's
games.
that guy with his
Nothing special.
negativity? Because I'm on board.
All right.
Go ahead. I'll pick last.
All right.
B, you want to pick last?
I want to pick last.
All right.
Save the best for
Let's
last.
let's start with Brandon real quick.
42-10, Ohio State.
Why?
42.
You ain't getting off that easy.
Wow.
I'm not getting off that easy. Well,
Hey, maybe you should bring that dude back about your negativity.
I
Are you just hoping? Are you just 214-2?
Defense shows up hurt.
I just don't like this game, man. I don't think we're good, but we're not great like Ohio State, and they're going to expose our secondary. It's just they're going to throw a shit ton on us, and somehow, some way, our defensive line is going to get just freaking shellacked. So it's just going to be a brutal game. It will, however, I will say though, it will be close for a quarter and a half.
Marty, 31-6. Hawk fans, who
Yeah.
you got? Let us know. We'll show them up there. Make your predictions. I want to see somebody take that upset. I'm ready to see that. So that's what you got. All right. I'm a little more optimistic than you.
Jesus.
I'm seeing this shit. This can't continue. We are too good of a program for this that's on the screen to continue. We're not like an Indiana. We're not like a Northwestern. We're a team that's averaging 9 to 10 wins a year right now. Do I think we win? No. Do I think we come to the shoe and we put on a better show than we have the last 8 times? Well, I guess the last 7, to be honest with you. We've lost 7 straight. The one last ranked win we had was against Penn State.
Penn State at home. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was a great game. And then Penn State looked like shit the rest of the year. So then it looked like it was just a man win for us. But that was our last ranked win. We've lost 0-7 since then. Been outscored.
Oh,
Lucas calling his shot. I like that. Take receipts.
man, dude.
Take receipts. I just think I don't think we win, but I don't think we get ran out of the building. I really don't. I think Iowa can put up some points. I think the bye week came at a perfect time for them. I think they're healthy now, 100%. They had 2 weeks to prepare for Ohio State. They had 2 more weeks to work on this new offense. You got to remember, man, this is a whole new offense from the joke of an offense we had for the last 2 years.
That's true.
You're not learning that shit overnight. I don't care how smart you are. I think they come up with enough wrinkles with Sullivan. I know somebody, Tim says, yes, I think we see Sullivan a lot more once we get down to the red zone. I'm gonna go 38-28 Ohio State.
Ooh, a tenny.
I think Caleb Johnson gets his. I think he'll have 100 yards. I'm not gonna say he'll have over 100 yards and he'll have at least 2 touchdowns. That's my shot. That's my shot I'm picking. Now, hey, if Iowa comes out and shocks the world, I'll be the happiest man alive. Next week's show will be the most fun we've ever had on this damn thing. We'll bring Beve back on next week just to fucking bullshit.
I probably won't be joining you if that happens.
For me, Iowa
just
has
kidding,
to.
I'd be on here for sure.
Dude, for me, Iowa has to look like a relevant team here.
Yeah, I agree.
For the program's sake, to be honest with you. When you look at those numbers against ranked teams, people used to dread playing Iowa when they're ranked. Not so much anymore, man. I mean, we've lost 7 in a row, home and away. It's not just that they're all on the road. We've been doing this shit home and away. I just think we really need to show up. We need to put up some points, and we need to keep the damn thing competitive. I'm not taking the win. I think we have in the words of Dumb and Dumber, so you're saying there's a chance, like a 0.5% chance of winning this. And that's fine. Iowa's better when they're not. When their backs are against the wall, they usually play a little bit better. So
that's true.
I think we see a good game. I'm looking forward to it. So
I hope so. I really hope so.
Yes, we do.
Like RSS, like getting in.
Oh God, I forgot about that. We need to get one of those. We had one, but it was a free trial, and we need to that's one more thing we got to put money down for. Damn it.
That's always fun.
I mean, you can put it up on Spotify. You just have to download the audio.
Yeah, that's true.
Tim, we can get you the audio. If you want it, message me. I'll see if I can go back in and download them and know you can listen to it at work.
Spotify at least, man.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah.
Yeah, we have a couple. Didn't you upload at least 1 or 2 on Spotify?
So the funny thing is, now that I created an RSS account, I can't just go straight into Spotify and do it. I don't know how to change all that crap. So
tell him to ask me himself, asshole.
Be a man.
All right, so that's my take. 38-28. Iowa keeps it competitive. Much needed for the program. And Thornton, Iowa Sun. Yeah. Correct. We don't want to talk about the last couple of years, but they're going to keep it competitive, but no victory. All right, Beve. Bring on that negativity.
34-13. Johnson gets 98 yards and 1 touchdown.
Ooh. 98 yards.
Yeah.
Just like Lachey.
He's trying to help out his brother, Lachey. We want to keep this family, man.
Yeah.
Hey, do you think we see Nick Lachey in the crowd? I know he asked about Jessica Simpson, but
I'd rather see Jessica Simpson. But yeah, I think that there's a good chance he'll be there. Why not?
Sweet, man. That'd be pretty sweet.
I think he's been to Ohio State games before.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Their whole family's from there, right? All across the board.
Yeah, they're Ohio. I remember, yes, I watched that damn show when I was a teenager, all right?
Which one?
The him and Jessica. What was that called?
I don't remember.
The Chicken of the Sea. That's the only thing I remember from it. That's like a...
They're eating tuna?
I just remember they had no, that was when he got punked. They had fake people come and say they were a family and try to stay with them in California. It was pretty good.
I think Which one's more
Awesome
believable?
finisher.
Ashton Kutcher showing up or Nick Lachey?
Nick Lachey.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'm not even
Kutcher
sure
usually
Ashton
shows
Kutcher
up.
likes football.
He usually shows up in Iowa City only.
Oh,
Him and his wifey.
Mila.
Mila.
The Ukrainian.
There. Chris knows your show, dude.
Thank God.
Newlyweds. Yeah.
All right, man. Chris, you need to get an encyclopedia page where you just blast everybody with a wealth of knowledge every day on Facebook.
I'd kill for your knowledge, dude.
Dude, I'd follow the hell out of that dude, and I'd share the hell out of it. This guy knows everything. All right.
He just Googled it. You realize that, right?
Maybe he didn't.
No,
But
I'll
more
give him the
than-
benefit of the doubt. He knows.
I think he watched with Brandon. I think those two.
Together.
Yeah, they have that little
Hand in-
private chat together.
Hand in hand.
Damn right.
Feeding each other popcorn the whole time.
And
All
chicken
the
of the
while.
sea.
Brandon, what was your score of the game?
42-10.
Man. All right.
Damn, Brandon.
Are we gonna wager anything on this game, gentlemen?
I thought you said you were gonna.
Well, yeah, I'll buy you beers. That's fine. I'll just Venmo you money.
We all picked Ohio State. Are you even closest score or what?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Because I put Iowa putting up 28 points, man. That's like putting up 60 for them. Like
That would be. I think Ohio State averages 6.7 points per game that defense gives up. It might have gone up a little bit. Well, no. Probably still around 6.7 points.
Well, Caleb Johnson is averaging 16 points a game, so
Himself.
the
man-child.
I'm taking my chances with him.
Hey, I sent you a commercial. What? Oh my gosh!
Well,
What the hell just happened? Did someone write a book?
Yeah, we're gonna read it.
Read it slowly and out loud. You read it. Are you proofreading it first?
Ooh.
Oh yeah, we agree. We agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I think he's going to be a key to the game. I mean,
Will you paraphrase that? I didn't even start reading because I was like, I thought you were going to read it out loud.
no, man. I usually don't.
You passed on all those times in
comment.
class where like, can you read lines 4 through 5, page 1?
We just comment.
But basically, I mean, to bring it down, I mean, basically stated, you guys are going to be keying in on Caleb Johnson.
Yes. Pass the
He's going to have. We all. Brandon, do you agree? He's at least going to get his for the most part.
Oh, I hope. Yeah.
Yeah. Whether the score reflects it or not, I still think he gets his. But again, it's end of the day, too much is what he's saying.
He's going to have 100?
You said 98. I said he'll break 100.
Yeah. I think he'll break 100.
He's averaging 8.4 a touch.
Now, it may be against, like, if, say, it gets out of hand and, like, towards the end of the game, he finally gets over 100. Yeah, but
it don't matter. Over 100's over 100 last time I checked.
Exactly.
Ohio State gives up 61.75 yards per game.
Well,
rushing.
He'll get over that.
But, yeah, I would suspect so. I mean, because he's a little bit better than what Ohio State's been facing, which is no one yet.
Yeah, and after you watch that play, you probably agree too. Like that's some elusive ass, strong ass running, man. That's hard to stop. I don't care who you are.
Well, the one guy did flop at his ankles like a little bitch, but still, the other two were right there and should have made the tackle.
He ain't afraid. He ain't afraid. All right.
True that.
We'll do one more fun thing we like to do. I know we didn't play last weekend. Beve.
Well, Hawk spit.
Yeah, this is our, I guess you would call it our, what the worst part of last weekend was. You know?
Never gets old.
Oh, Haley.
Iowa Hawk to us. We didn't play last week, but what was your blunder, what the heck moment? Who dropped the ball? Beve, I'm going to start with you. What was you just want to spit on that nasty thing and get rid of it?
Michigan's second half. It hit the whole second half for Michigan.
Nice.
It was
Brandon.
awful. I mean, there was a lot of teams that actually were up big and just squandered it away.
Like Wisconsin?
Yeah.
Yep.
They but they start out 21-7.
21-7.
Yeah, it was
at
nice.
halftime, I believe.
And then they didn't score a point.
Nothing in the second
No,
half.
it was nice.
Brandon, who's your Tua?
The first half Iowa Hawkeyes of not last week's, 2 weekends ago.
And Bama, too. Yeah, I forgot.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, they did. They did almost shit.
Bama. Alabama.
Alabama. All right, my Hawk Tua's got to be that onside kick in the Michigan game.
Oh, yeah.
But hey, I already talked. We call that karma where we come from, Beve, and that's for the fair catch last year. So we're evil. We're even now.
Came right back.
We're good. We're even now. We whooped their ass, and they got their karma the very next week. So I'm okay. I'm gonna move forward.
It was a fair catch.
I don't want to hear it. All right, I'm gonna remove this guy from that. I'm just kidding.
I was just giving you a hard time.
Bury that shit. Damn it, I thought.
We're gonna bring that back up again. That fair catch, that does suck, man.
I'm burying it. It's buried now officially. I officially buried it.
Attaboy.
We need to move forward.
No more.
What do you got?
No more fair catch talk. I was the last person that could ever say it. It's over.
Yep, we got even. We're good now. They got their karma. We got our win. We all good to go, man.
Oh, the Oklahoma game. Hey, Sports Price Chris was at the game too with his family, and he was happy.
Get a life, dude. I was at this game. I don't want to talk about that either. I was down at the Outback Bowl versus Florida on that onside kick, and it got pretty rowdy in there. When I say pretty rowdy, I mean an Iowa woman decking a Florida fan in the face, guy. And I'm like, me and my buddy are like, oh, that's our cue to go. We got the hell out. Like, that was, it is what it is, man. Well, sweet, gentlemen. This has been fun, man. Beve.
Always.
It was a pleasure having you, man.
Always a good time, man.
Been looking forward to joining forces with you. If you want, let everybody know where they can find you, man. I know these Hawkeye fans like Big Ten, so.
Big Ten backers on Facebook, on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, YouTube, anywhere you use social media or anywhere you podcast, we're on there.
Hell yeah, man.
The audio,
you have to watch
Spotify.
It is good. They cover every team.
You have to watch,
Every
ladies and
Big Ten
gentlemen,
team.
please.
Top to bottom. So, Hawkeye fans, if you're just a Big Ten fan in general and a football fan, please go give these guys a follow, man.
fact,
They're phenomenal.
You two will probably be on there tomorrow night, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, talking some Iowa football. So
Yeah.
there's a reason to tune in tomorrow.
Yeah, we're going to be on tomorrow again, bullshit, and that's going to be awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Well,
It's
sweet,
like Groundhog's Day.
Groundhog's Day. Almost.
Right.
Brandon's kind of that'll be his third show if he gets on it in 2 days. So he will.
Who else?
Buckeye Bros. I was on the Bros.
Nice.
Yeah, they were good. They're
I
They're
didn't
knowledge,
see
very
that.
smart dudes.
Yeah, they got a good show.
Kyle, 1991, my friend. 1991. I don't know how old you were, but I was 5.
That last name sounds like, what was it, Nick Reimer from, what, didn't we have like a former Hawkeye?
Reimers. Yep.
Yeah. Wonder if you related to him.
Very nice. Well, sweet, Beve. We won't keep you much longer, man. It was a pleasure having you. We're going to have to do this again. And if Iowa pulls off the upset, you're going to be our guest next week.
That's right.
You're on, man. I'll be here.
All right. So go ahead and check out.
I
Big
will
Ten
have a
Packers.
drink then if that
Ah,
happens.
you better. You
All
better.
right, man.
All right, Beve. Take care, man, and we'll chat with you tomorrow, okay?
Sounds
Peace out.
good.
Thanks, boys.
Yep.
All right, later,
Yep.
brother.
See you.
Brandon.
Yo, what we doing?
I think we just take this thing home, man. This has been a
Yeah.
good show again.
Sounds good.
First show on the presented by the Hawkeye Heaven. Phenomenal, Levi. Shout out to Hawkeye Heaven if you guys haven't been a part of that.
That was a dream, man.
Yeah,
He's
man.
been around. He's been around
great.
for a long time, and we finally that's something I've always wanted to do is collab with them. And finally, at the ripe old age of 34, and you're almost 100, we got to go on the Hawkeye Heaven. I love it.
Man, I don't know who this Big Ten Backers podcast is, but damn them.
What a loser!
All right, man. So, where are you watching the game at Saturday?
Across the street, local bar with a buddy of mine. Hey, before
He's
Ohio
back.
Stadium.
you buying me
You're
tickets,
going?
you buying me
dude.
tickets?
Hey, do you need my address to send the Uber? Hit me up. All right,
Dude, you
I'll
got
tell
plenty
where
of.
to send the Uber. It's going to take a while for me to get there from St. Augustine's, but
Yeah, but don't you have like frequent flyer miles? Don't you have?
I use those for my family trips, so I don't know if I'll be able to use it for that shit.
And donations to buddies.
And donations to buddies. Here's what I'll do. I'll buy you a flight. You pay me $200 for it instead of the $500. Deal?
Yeah.
Ah, you like that?
Yeah, actually.
Well, dude, I hope my prediction's right, so you get all those free Jello shots on Saturday. But
I hope
think
so too.
I'm just watching from my home, man. I'm gonna be chilling on my couch, St. Augustine, Florida. Air conditioning on because it's hot as hell. Preparing for the next hurricane, and hopefully watching the Hawks put up a good show.
I hope so. Just give me a show. Make me bite my tongue.
I'm ready for it, man. I hope we put up those points so I don't have to buy you 2 beers next week.
2 beers.
2 beers.
2 beers.
Buying you 2 beers.
All right. I love
All right, man. Let's. I think it's time that we head out of here. It's been a pleasure as always. We look forward to being a part of Hawkeye Heaven moving forward. Give us a share, like, follow, comment, tell your friends, man. It's been a blast. Brandon, closing thoughts?
Just kick some ass this weekend, Hawks. Just please, just show up. You guys are a good football team. You're not great, but you're a good football team. You're good enough to be ranked. I want you to show the world that Caleb Johnson belongs in New York City.
Dude, hey, I'm with you on that. Man, been fun again.
Absolutely.
Well, next week, Hawk fans, big game Saturday. Go Hawks, and we'll see you next week, guys. Take care.
Yeah.
Not in our blood, no, we won't die, we multiply. That's all I got, and on the road, that's all she wrote. That's all I know, that's all I know, that's not to know, That's all I got, and on the road, that's all she wrote. That's all I know, that's all I know, that's not to know,
Caught in a rap rage and chasing faces stuck on grind. Appropriation, you claim and take it for peace of mind. Our generation that's gaining victims of hated times. Our history of balls and abuses bleeding out as you shine. I know it burns where you turn, yeah, the dumb will learn. Pronouns and verbs, adjectives, either both will serve. Putting these words into work, and it's absurd how we never seem to get it or kick this shit to the curb now.
That's all I got, and on the road, that's all she wrote. That's all I know, that's all I know, that's not to know, That's all I got, and on the road, that's all she wrote. That's all I know, that's all I know, that's not to know,
You ever wonder when it's time to stop living up here and start living down here?
Don't take a loss. I double down with the sights, you know where to be found. We're coming up, you're coming through. Now this is the sound of my weapon.